Jholie, and Jholie went missing on Friday afternoon, right? So, Janae, why don't you tell us what happened?
What had happened was I came home from school. My sister was in the house. Me and her went to my room to fix my hair.
She's fixing your hair?
Yeah, she's fixing my hair, but then she continuously picks up her phone and just ignores my hair. She continuously picks up her phone and texts.
So she's texting. She's texting somebody,
She's texting.
and you don't know who that is. Actually, she's Snapchatting. Yeah. She's not texting, because if she were texting, they could see what she was saying, but it's Snapchat.
So, because we can't find what she's saying.
And you don't know who this person is.
Exactly. We don't know who this person is, but she's texting this person, and she's very excited, almost, like, kind of, like, jumpy every time. Like, it's like she's can't wait to text. Then she leaves and says she's going to be back really quick. Like, real quick. She's going to be back real quick.
Be back real quick. So we have video of her sister Jholie walking out the front door. You've had that video. We'll have to post that on Facebook in a little bit. And that was Friday afternoon around 4:45, right?
Yes.
She never came back.
She never came back.
Has she ever done anything like this before?
No.
Never.
Ever.
She's never run away, never
She would
anything.
never be this long without at least trying to find her way to a charger.
That's right, because her phone
made
died.
sure that she had contact with somebody to let somebody know where she is.
So this is what's really unusual this time.
This is
that
unusual.
she does not have her phone.
This is not
the phone's not
something
working.
she's doing.
She hasn't charged her phone.
She doesn't have control.
And there was also, and her mom is right here, Sharita. She's coming from Texas.
Yes.
And you've flown in from Texas because you're very concerned.
Yes. I'm very concerned because this is not like Jholie. This is not like her to, this is not like her to not call or let anyone know where she is. I mean, there has even been a time where, she was nervous and she didn't know where she was, and she maybe have thought, oh, I shouldn't have been there, but she still called us. Even in her phone was like, it was about to die, and she said, Mom and Dad, my phone's about to die, I don't know where I am. She always tells us where she is. This is not.
And her father's sitting right over here, right over there behind the bush.
This is not like her.
Behind the, yeah. And you're concerned as well. You've been, He was actually out of town and asked his brother to come over and stay with the girls Friday night. And the girls, the twins, said they were going to be spending the night at someone's house.
Yeah, they said they were spending the night at their friends.
Here,
But,
sorry.
They said they were spending the night at their friends, but ended up.
That was a lie.
That was a
Kids
lie.
sometimes do that. We know teenagers sometimes don't tell.
And it turned out to just be a reason for Jholie to go out that evening without me knowing where she was going to go.
Right. So you were out of town from when?
I left Friday night and I came back Saturday morning because when I heard the news, I just got the next flight.
Tell me your name again.
Jholie Moussa.
And if you do have an injury, when you're under stressful situations like that, he ran into a door. So that's what's going on with you. But I mean, these parents are very, very worried, extremely worried for their daughter. Here, let me sit down back here again. And you can see Sharita just constantly going through her text messages, and they have been posting things on Facebook trying to get anyone who knows anything about where Jholie might be.
Yes.
And the police are working on the case. Fairfax County Police have come over Saturday and Sunday.
Yes.
They tell me they're working on leads. This is a missing person case, but also classified as a runaway juvenile because she walked out the door. But you're concerned because you don't know where she went after that.
Right.
And you're worried. You think she might have been abducted.
Yes. I think that she's somewhere where she can't get a hold of me. She can't get a hold of her father or her sister. Like she can't get a hold of us.
Right.
Yeah, we're constantly monitoring. I mean, she has to find my iPhone app on her phone.
Right.
Her phone would have came up if she was missing.
Right.
She could have easily found, or missing meaning run away. She could have easily found a way to charge her phone to bring up her phone,
Yeah.
and then we can find her.
That's what's really disturbing here. That this is a kid, like all teenagers, who constantly has her cell phone by her side and turned on.
Constantly.
She left with her phone, but not her charger. And you can find chargers anywhere, but this is what's really concerning to this family is that she has not charged her phone. It's not on. It continues to remain not on. And then your brother was telling me that they think the SIM card has been taken out of it.
Right. And we called Verizon. We opened up a ticket with Verizon. If her phone gets turned on,
Here we go. This is good information. So
we
say it again.
We called Verizon and opened up a ticket with them. If her phone gets turned on, even with just data, and like if the cellular part is turned off, like if it's in airplane mode, but as long as she connects to a Wi-Fi, they can track her. So
Right.
it hasn't been on, period.
So if she's out there somewhere watching this, what do you want to say to her?
You're not in trouble.
Hopefully you're fine.
Just
You're okay.
come home.
If you are under your own will, please come home. If you are not, hopefully whoever who sees this has compassion to let her come home. We won't press any charges. We just want her home.
I know. It's very, very, very stressful, and they're just doing whatever they can. The police told them to continue to post on Facebook, to reach out, to try to do whatever they can to find their daughter. There's just so many mysteries here. There's also another crazy thing about there's some 13-year-old boy's phone called their daughter's phone.
Right.
And they went and talked to the 13-year-old boy. He lives here in the neighborhood. And tell me what the 13-year-old boy says, Rita. Do you know that?
He
yeah.
talked.
You talked to him.
Yeah.
You spoke directly to him. Okay.
The 13-year-old boy, yeah, we called him yesterday. He said that he was at a basketball court and
Nearby here. Right.
actually a couple of blocks down the road. That's Skyview. That's the name of the basketball court. And the 13-year-old boy said a gentleman that he had never seen before, 6 foot tall, dark skinned black guy with twist in his hair. I mean, the kid got really specific.
Yeah, he had a white T-shirt.
White T-shirt.
Blue Air Jordans, right?
He had a white and black plaid T-shirt. He had a black backpack. He had blue and white Air Jordans on, and blue ripped jeans.
And he's the man who used this boy's phone and
Right.
then called your daughter.
Correct. So the last person who actually called my daughter was this boy's cell phone.
And you know that because you've been on Verizon. You've been on the account to see who called her.
Right. We have her message logs and her call logs pulled down. And the last person who actually successfully called her and she picked up was this 12-year-old boy's cell phone. But it wasn't him who made the call. It was some guy who was playing basketball who came up to him and said, "Hey, can I use your phone?"
And that's really concerning to you, isn't it?
Yeah, because that tells me that whoever was calling her purposely didn't want to use either his own phone or, was trying to bypass being identified. I mean, that's plain simple. The odds that a teenager doesn't have their phone on them at that time, what's that odds?
How old was this person?
Again, the teenage boy, the 12-year-old boy who described what the guy looked like, he didn't know the age. He just said he was about 6 foot tall, had twists in his hair, dark skin, and described him wearing what we already said.
Is it possible that your daughter's just, wanted to go away, wanted to be, now she was worried she's in trouble? I mean, isn't that possible?
Well, so, obviously you think that the first night, right? And you think that maybe even the second night. The problem is there's no issues home-wise that would have made her do that. Her grades are phenomenal. Her relationship with her sister is great.
She's a twin sister? She has a twin sister, right? You met her earlier.
Their mother lives in Texas, but
Yeah.
they live here with me, and their mother is always in communication with them.
Constant communication.
Constant communication. I know that she had an ex-boyfriend that she was going through some issues with, and but she ended up, that issue kind of.
Are you now he's been talked to, right?
Yeah, he's been talked to by the police, by myself. He doesn't fit the description of the guy who used the cell phone. He's not dark skinned. He's light skinned, black guy.
Yeah.
So But, you know, we're hoping that the police doesn't rule him out, because either if he was not the person who used the phone to call my daughter, maybe he had something to do with it. Who knows? But my point is, there's nothing home-wise that would cause her to run away.
Right.
So, you know, Saturday night we were concerned, but we were still like, okay, if she did, she should come back today.
Right.
She's never been away from home for more than a day or so.
Now,
from spending the night out.
When did you all call police?
We called police on Saturday evening around 5. So
You just figured she was going to come home because she had said she was going to a friend's house. This is why they didn't call immediately, right?
That too, but also her sister knew the truth.
That she wasn't at the friend's
That
house.
she wasn't at the friend's house.
But she was hiding that secret, thinking everything
She
was
was
going to be
hiding
fine.
the secret. So when her sister stopped being able to communicate with her sister.
That's what was really alarming.
Right.
That was what.
Because if her sister wouldn't have said anything, we would have thought, okay, well, she's still at her friend's house, because it was still.
But her sister didn't communicate with her after Friday, right?
Her sister would try to call her, but her phone wasn't on.
So you were waiting till Saturday, maybe turns her phone on, and maybe
She was waiting.
She was waiting.
Right. So again, parents, we were in the dark.
Right.
So her sister said after she was calling her and was not getting, was going straight to voicemail, texting her, didn't get a response. The next morning, same thing, it was going straight to voicemail. After a while, she started to panic because her sister had never done that.
Yeah.
And then finally, she raised concern to my brother, who was house sitting for me at the time. I got involved. The police was called.
Now, do you know about any of her other friends and associates? Are you concerned about that?
Well, so, since we opened up the case with the police, we've interrogated her sister, gotten names of friends, friends of friends, me and my brother would go and actually talk to these folks. Strangely enough, none of them know where she's at. None of them know about this, this party that she had said she was going to go to.
Right.
And these are some people that her sister considered to be good friends of hers.
What high school does she go to?
Mount Vernon.
She goes to Mount Vernon High School. Phenomenal grades. What is she? Like straight A's?
She has A's and B's and
Make the D's list.
only a couple of C's. I think she has like 2 C's.
Great.
But yeah, she has really good grades.
AB honor roll.
AB honor roll.
Yeah. All right, look, we're on Facebook Live here. Mr. Moussa, thank you so much. We're trying to help you all find her. Jholie Moussa is 16 years old, and she is missing. Fairfax County Police say that she is a missing person under the category of a runaway juvenile. She left the home here on her own, but this family is worried because they don't know who she went with. They're concerned. They think maybe she was abducted. They worry that... we're just not sure. They don't know where she is. Police don't know where she is, at least, but they're working on it, and hopefully police can help find her. But anyway, take a look at some of these posters that are out here. Here she is. Isn't she beautiful? Her name is Jholie Moussa. She is 16 years old. She has a twin. That's her friend right there. But, just a fun-loving young lady. She gets A's and B's at Mount Vernon High School, and these are some flyers that her parents, her family has put together, and they are putting this around the neighborhood here. So the last time she was seen there, it says, and we're here off of Richmond Highway in the Mount Vernon area. Last time they saw Jholie was at 4:15 on Friday, and and her mom is sitting right here. And who are you? I didn't get your name. Sorry, ma'am.
Oh, I'm Treva Miles. I'm her cousin.
Cousin. Your mom's cousin. Okay. So her mom's right here. Look at this. This is what it looks like. The family is just here, desperately looking for any information at all. And Suri, tell me again why it is. People are maybe just tuning in, and they might be going, "Well, if she was last seen Friday, why the panic now? What happened over the weekend?"
Because again, Jholie this is out of her MO. This is not normal for her to just go missing. She's normally a stickler for her curfew. She's always at home on time, if not before her curfew.
And you live in Texas, but they text you all the time.
Yes, especially Jholie. We talk on like an every other day basis. If we don't talk to each other every day, we talk to each other every other day.
Right.
And if we miss each other's phone calls, we always follow up with a text message, and she'll be like, "Oh, Mom, I just want to say goodnight, love you," or something. If she thinks that I'm asleep because it's later here than it is there or whatever, I have to go to work. So, but we're always in communication. It could be like the silliest thing, just like, "Hey, did you see this on TV?" Or we'll just, make a joke, or I'll take a picture and send it to them, and they'll laugh. We're always on group texts and stuff like that, and she's always communicating with me. So the fact that I can't get a hold of her, and she called me, and she's not texting me back, and the last time I called her that's it, and her phone shuts off, and that was like Friday. She doesn't even go. She can't go without her phone being. She's always
a teenager
carrying a charger with her.
Yeah.
So the fact that she doesn't have a charger, she doesn't have anything. She told her sister she was going to be right back on Friday, and she hasn't been seen or heard. That's unheard of.
Right.
That's just unheard of. It doesn't make any sense to me. I don't understand.
Let me ask you this. We know that she left the home here, right? On Friday.
Right.
Told her twin sister, "I'll be right back."
Right.
And then what? What do you think happened then? Like, did she get in someone's car and that you don't know who? I mean, she was obviously communicating with someone.
She was communicating with someone.
Someone that she didn't tell her sister about.
Right.
And who is that man?
We don't know. We've been told that it was an quote unquote African guy. That's what she calls him.
And she said she was going to go to.
Friend.
Didn't she tell her sister or someone that she was going to go to Norfolk?
And then she said she was going to Norfolk hours later when they were trying to contact her, because she said she was going to be right back, and she was going to come right back into the house. And they were texting, or people were texting her like, "Where are you?" And then she finally calls them back, or she texts them back, and she's like, "I'm on my way to Norfolk." And that's just random.
Somebody, as Sybil Terry says, check her phone records. They have checked her phone records. And there was a strange call from some man on the basketball court who borrowed a 12-year-old boy's phone, which is very concerning, and called Jholie's phone. The problem now is that the phone has died, and they don't have. She didn't have her charger with her, but
Right.
you can find chargers anywhere, and they are in communication with Verizon, and they've got her phone up on the iPad over there to see if it ever pings or anything. Right. There's even if it's in airplane mode, and it hasn't been. It's still dead.
Yes, it's still dead.
Aren't they worried? Uncle Chris was telling me that they're worried. They think the SIM card might have been taken out of it. Explain that for me.
That was something that was told. I guess I'm not sure how true this is, but they were saying that once the messages start turning green on an iPhone, and maybe someone can verify that for me. Once the messages start turning green on an iPhone, then that means one of three things: that the phone was either cut off, the services were cut off, they were texting someone who did not have a iPhone, so they were texting someone that has an Android, or the SIM card was taken out. So we know that she's texting.
I know.
We know that her service isn't cut off, and we also know that people that are texting her have iPhones. So does anybody know? Like, is that true? Is there any validity to that?
Somebody wants to know what she was saying, but also people are asking, is she posting it all on her social media accounts? I'm sure Jholie, her twin sister, has been searching. Janae. I'm sorry, Janae has been searching on Jholie's social media account.
Well, the thing is, we can't get certain access to certain social media accounts. So basically, we can't get access. She's normally on Snapchat. We can't get access to Snapchat because we need basically kind of like a subpoena from the.
Right, her Snapchat, but I mean, she's not Snapchatting anybody.
Right, she's not Snapchatting anyone.
Janae would
on Snapchat, and she's not Snapchatting anything.
She's not doing any kind
of
social
I'm not seeing
media
that
right now. No.
And we're trying to get that information. However, we're unable to get that information because it has to be a subpoena through.
Phone is off or data was turned off. It turns green when you text an Android phone.
Okay, so that doesn't necessarily mean, I guess, that the SIM was taken out.
Right. Okay, we don't know about that.
That's what someone was saying.
Green messages tend to mean that the signal is bad or it's messaging in Android. There you go. Did she make a new page? Hey, maybe she made a new page.
A new
social media page, a new Snapchat, a new Instagram, a new anything.
Well, we did notice that there were 2 pages, so we have noticed, and we've got access to one page. We were trying to get access to another. However, Snapchat is halting us because we need to get a subpoena from
Right.
Fairfax.
A lot of people praying for Jholie's safe return.
Thank you so much.
And yes, they've turned on the iPhone. They did not. The phone went dead. Like it was almost dead when she left on Friday. That's what's so unusual.
Right.
You know, teenagers constantly have their phones with them, and then they have chargers. And if they don't have a charger, someone else has a charger. And she has not turned her phone
What's
back
weird
on.
is she said, "I'm coming right back." So why would she leave the house with very little battery life?
Right.
If she was, I mean, that makes sense if she's coming right back.
Where did the phone last ping from before it was turned off? Do we know that?
It was like within a certain amount of
Mr.
radius of
Moussa,
his
come on
home.
over here. A lot of people have great ideas. You know, everyone's praying for her safe return. Maybe she made another page of a different name. Do we know that on social media?
No, so what
know about the
what
two
Serena
that's
was referring to is she has 2 Snapchat logins.
Let me see this. Yeah.
Yeah, one of them is Jholie Moussa, which we were able to get into, but then the other one is Joe Baby, which we were trying to guess the password and couldn't.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
And I think signed up under a different
That's the
email.
one that we sent to the police.
So
Yeah.
what Sarita was saying is we sent that over. Well, she contacted Snapchat, and Snapchat said, well, the only way we can get you into that account is through some kind of law enforcement intervention. So we forwarded that to Fairfax
To
County
the police, yeah. And they tell me they're working on this case. They're trying to find her. You know, they're hoping they can locate her. Let's see. Mom, praying for you when she left. Prayers sent. Lots of prayers.
Thank you so
Find
much.
her. Try to get into her iCloud. One person says. Hillary says that. Try to get into her iCloud.
Yeah.
You've tried that?
Yeah, we've tried that too.
Yeah, these guys are smart parents. You guys are always up to date. It's really, oh, I know. Can you guys tell us what was she, here, I'm going to put this back on to you guys. Tell me what she was wearing, okay? Because you have some.
So
Yes.
this is where, so she has, let me show you.
Show a picture of her here.
So this right here is a picture of what
She looks like.
What she looks like.
With her, she has braids. She has blonde braids.
She just got new blonde braids for Christmas.
Oh, that's great.
And this is similar to what she wore when she left the house because
She's very tiny.
Yes.
Yeah, she's a petite
about
girl.
100.
What? She was wearing something like that?
No, it
Oh,
wasn't.
okay, sorry.
In other words, but she was wearing like how
Right, it's too cold
She
out.
was wearing something she was usually wearing at home, and then she just put a coat on and went out the house.
Wait, she doesn't have clothes with her except for that? Something
No, that's not okay. So she had on. I'm sorry. No, she had on blue jeans that were torn in the front, like
Right.
distressed blue jeans.
Right.
She has on a white and black flannel top.
Okay.
She has on a bubble coat, and
Bubble coat,
unfortunately, that black bubble coat with brown fur on the
Okay.
hood, and she's got UGG black boots on, the ones that have the bows in the back. On the back, on the heel in the back side of the
All right.
She didn't bring any other clothes with her.
But she doesn't have any other
Yeah,
clothes.
so
with
she
her.
didn't pack to go anywhere.
No.
She didn't pack, she didn't bring a charger, nothing. She did not pack to leave.
Right.
That's what concerns you guys.
Right.
This was not a planned trip.
No.
Well, I mean, her sister said she'd be right back. So
Right.
I don't know.
So
Usually be right back.
Yeah.
She's running outside to go grab something or from someone or whatever. But it's not. I'll be right back and then never come back.
It's, please read the message from Carolyn. Okay, I'm sorry, I can't read Carolyn's message now. Look, these guys are holding it together right now, but they've been crying. They've been crying all morning here and all weekend, trying to figure out what happened to Jholie, their 16-year-old daughter. She's a twin. Janae is here, her twin sister, and Janae's pretty torn up.
Yeah.
Because Janae and Jholie share everything,
Yes.
right? And they don't really keep secrets from each other.
No.
And Jholie told her dad that she was going to spend the night at someone's house on Friday, but that wasn't true. So Janae kept that secret until the next day when when she didn't know where her sister was. So that's unfortunate. But whatever. So now everyone's really concerned about where she is and they don't know where she is and they don't know who she's with. And she left the house saying that she would be right back. Like, I'll be back in a minute, right?
Yeah.
And we've received some information just from their friends of people that might be of interest to speak to. A couple of them we haven't been able to locate, and we've passed that information on to the police. Again, we've been hitting the streets. We've been going and talking to their friends, knocking on doors.
Yeah.
If the police is working in the background, they've done a not so great job at keeping us up to speed on what they're actually doing.
Well, sometimes they've got their own. Might have their own leads, and they tell us. Police. I've spoken to Fairfax County Police, and they tell us they can't tell us everything. So that gives me hope, maybe, that they've got information that I don't know.
I don't know either. I mean,
they're not communicating with us, so I don't know.
And look, we opened up two fronts. So when we found that she might have gone to Norfolk based off of what the text to her sister said.
Now tell me that again about Norfolk.
So again, was it her who sent that text? We don't know. We just know that her sister received a text saying, after hours later of being gone, her sister received a text saying, "I'm going to a party in Norfolk," or something to that aspect. So we did open up.
Excuse me.
We called Norfolk police.
Yeah.
And we opened up a case down.
Can someone get Peggy Fox to call me so I can give them some information? I'm going to hang the phone up now and call Carolyn. Okay? But anyway, we've been trying to figure out.
But we did call Norfolk. Or Norfolk police went and investigated two gentlemen that we received their names from up here, or from the Alexandria area, and reside in Norfolk. One goes to OD down there. So we were thinking, okay, if she did go to Norfolk, these were the only people in her circle that had an association with Norfolk. So Norfolk police did go and questioned the folks, came back with nothing.
Right.
So
Well, I mean, I can tell you that I am going to call Carolyn in a second right now. So let me end this, and I appreciate everybody out there concerned and giving us some ideas, and hopefully we'll find Jholie safe and sound.